everybody, it's me, Catalina, and we're about to start with our little bird. This is exciting! Alright, here's the pattern. We're going to be doing row 1, 2, and probably 3 and 4. You need a size 5mm hook, 2 stitch markers, and of course your yarn. However, you don't need to use the same kind of yarn I do. It is just a suggestion because that way I can work with you guys better if you guys have any issues. Obviously, if you're going to use a smaller sized yarn, use a smaller sized hook. Whatever your yarn says, the hook size, do one size or half a size smaller. Alright, we're going to start off with our magic rings. Now, we've done this before, we'll do it again. Right here. Down, and there we go. Take your hook, go under, over, and you hook it, turn it, and then there you go. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a slip stitch. So that's just this, and there we go. And then tighten. That way you can now let go of your yarn. You can adjust yourself. And then we're going to hold tension. Holding tension is very simple. It's just doing this right here. And we're going to make our first stitch. So, as such, let me show you guys again. Your hook goes inside your circle, goes yarn over, you pull it back through the circle, and then you yarn over and you pull through 2. We have just made our first stitch. Go ahead and put a stitch marker, and let's continue making 5 more stitches. Alright, hold tension, and here we go. Pull through 2. Let's do it again. 3. 4. 5. I'm going to pull it so I have a little bit more of a tail. I'm going to do the same thing over again. There you go, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now before we continue, add your second stitch marker. There we go. And now we're going to pull on our tail. There we go. We have now just completed row 1, and we're about to do row 2. So go ahead and pull your stitch marker out and set that aside. Oh, set it aside, not right in the middle. You want your tail to just be tucked back, and then hold on to your yarn. Hold tension, and here we go. First hook stitch is a little complicated, so I like to go through it. And I just did this. See how there's only one right here? That's not the full stitch. You want to, right here, oops, hold on, there we go. Now there are 2. That's the stitch that we want. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, it's a little tight, yarn over, and pull through both. That's stitch 1. We have 2, we have to increase. So that's 2 stitches in 1. So I just stabbed in back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Your yarn should look like this right now. You see it? All right, let's continue. Do the same thing all the way through. So that's 2, yarn over, that's 3, and we need 4. So we put back in the same stitch, and that's 4. So in this stitch right here, you're going to have 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and 11 and 12. Alright, so we're going to go in here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 6. Next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 7, but we need 8 in that same stitch. So let's go in one more time, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 8 stitches. You need 9 and 10 to the next one. So stab, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 9. We need 10 right here. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Now we have 10. To get to 12, we need 2 stitches right here. So go ahead and take out your stitch marker and go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 11. Pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 12. Go ahead and before you forget, put your stitch marker back. And there we go. We just did row 2. Row 3 is going to be a little bit complicated because instead of increasing in each, you're going to do single crochet, and then in the next stitch, you're going to increase. So right here, that's our first stitch where it's a single crochet, and then this stitch, we're going to increase. All right? So let's do this. Don't forget to hold tension. Stab, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 1. Now in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 2, but we need 3. So stab into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay, before we continue, the parentheses mean that this you do 6 times. This is a section of the row, which is what I've just done. This is if you're grouping it. Single crochet, increase. You're going to repeat this all the way around. That's all it's saying right here. So, once you do this again, you'll have 6, 9, and onward and onward. Got it? Okay. Let's do the next section, which is single crochet right here. And then in this one, in this one right here, we are going to increase. And that, see, if you look, once you've made a single crochet, you see that little hole right there? You're going to go back into that hole when you increase. And there you go. Now you have 6, and we're going to do 9. So that's a single crochet, and then an increase. And there you go, 9 stitches. Now we're going to do single crochet, increase, and that's going to be 12. So we're on 9. This makes it 10. 11, and then you go back into the same stitch as 11, and you do your 12. There we go. Then we're going to do single crochet and increase to 15. So it's going to be 12, and this is going to be 13. And the next one's going to be 14. And then go back into the same hole for 15. And then we single crochet. That's 16. And then right here, we're going to take out our stitch marker and we're going to increase. So that's 16. That's 17. And back in the same. That's 18. Don't forget to put your stitch marker back. And there we go. We just did row 3. Row 4, pretty much the same, but this time you go single crochet, increase. So so if you're counting this out loud, you're going to be going by 4s. All right? There we go. Sorry about that. Let me grab some more yarn. Okay. Now, 2 single crochets and then increase. So, right here. There we go. And next stitch. There we go. And then next stitch is when you increase. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3, and then go back into the same hole for stitch 4 of row 4. Well, there you go. Then you repeat that little section. So you do 2 single crochets. So that's 1. Next one. It's 2. Another one. It's 3. You go back into the same one for 4. That makes 8 stitches so far. Next group is going to be, or next part, we're going to be counting up to 12. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you go back in here, and that's 12. Next one, we're going to go up to 16. So that was 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16, back into the same stitch, and there's 16. Next one, we're going to reach to 20. We're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that was 16. This is 17, 18, 19, and to get to 20, same stitch, that's our increase. And that's 20. And the last ones is going to be 21, 22, 23, and 24. So, single crochet, so that's 21. Single crochet, that's 22. And then an increase, there you go, is going to be 23 and 24. Alright guys, that was row 4. And we've moved up from 6 stitches each round. From 6 stitches our first round to 12 our second to 18, and now we're on 14 stitches around. We are now going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase. I think this is going to be probably our last one, or I'm going to try and do this one right here. That way I can do row 7 off screen, and next video I'd probably do row 8. Probably not, actually. Never mind. I'm going to do row 5, and then next video I'll do row 6 to about 9. Alright. Let me focus. Okay. Make sure you have enough yarn. Hold tension. And we're going to single crochet 3 times, and then that. So each one of these is, every time you increase, you'll be getting up to a 5. So this is going to be 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 4th, but in the same hole as the 4th, right there, is their 5th stitch. And we're going to do that again to 10. So that's 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, that was 8, 9, and then in that same one goes 10. And then we continue 11, 12, 13, 14, and then that same stitch is 15. Then we're going to get up to 20. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, then that same stitch, 20. Then we're going to get to 25. So 20, this will be 21, 22, 23, 24, and then that same one, 25. We're going to get up to 30. That's how we're going to finish. So 25, 26, 27, 28, take out our stitch marker, 29, and in that same one goes 30. And there we go. We just did our first 5 rows, and that's about our head. The widest we're gonna be going is 48 stitches, so we still got a ways to go. But I think we did pretty good. Don't forget, if your center, if your magic ring gets too big, to go ahead and just pull on that tail to make it tighter, make it smaller, so that no filling falls out. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Next time we're going to be doing row 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then I'll be doing this section, and then we'll come back for here. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you guys so much. Yay! This is going to be so much fun. Bye, guys.